Let's blaster, then master! Ah, Sunsoft. You remember them, don't you?
No.
Back in the Contra video, I mentioned that Sunsoft had made a name for themselves amongst Capcom and Konami as a solid third-party game developer. I've taken a look at some of their games, but for today, I'm going to be looking at the one that they're probably most well known for regarding the NES. Created by a team of only, I shit you not, 4 people.
What?
These techno wizards would make a game that would combine the top-down levels of Zelda with the vast open world of Metroid, mixed with a rockin' soundtrack and a crazy story to ultimately become the game that many know as Cho Wasuki Senkei Meta Fight.
I don't understand a word you just said.
Now the story for this game is quite unique, so I thought for this one, I'm gonna turn on my cinematic voice for this one.
No, please, no.
On a far distant planet called Sophia III, located in the Epsilon Galaxy, there existed an advanced civilization. In the year 2052, the Invem Darkstar army, led by the universe's most feared tyrant, Goez, is invading and conquering the planet. The Science Academy of Nora, a satellite orbiting near Sophia III that somehow managed to avoid the invasion, built a weapon, an all-purpose tank called the Metal Attacker, in a last-ditch effort to defeat Goez's army. A young soldier named Kane Gardner is chosen to pilot this weapon, and the game begins with you being deployed on the planet, where you must destroy Goez's army and save the planet once and for all. Now that was probably the best thing you ever heard, right?
Yes! Yes! Yeah!
Well, when bringing this game over to the Americas, for some reason, they changed it.
What do you want from me, Chowder? I don't see you coming up with any big ideas. Oh, yeah? Yeah? Do you want to hear my big idea?
See, there's this guy named Jason, and he has a pet frog. His name is Fred, and then the frog, he jumps out of his thing and he somehow jumps into the front yard that has this radioactive waste container in it somehow, and then that causes him to get big, and then he fall down hole, and then Jason follow him down the hole, and then he see this big tank called Sophia the Third. He puts on the thing, and then he goes off to search for his Fred.
That is literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Please, Wildstein, let me handle this.
You're the abortion that should have happened.
Alright, enough plot. We got a planet or Froggy to save. As I said earlier, Blaster Master... Wait, hold on. I'm getting sick of this shit. Alright. Now I'm ready. Blaster Master is a... He'll be back in the next video, won't he? No! To describe this game in simple terms, it combines the gameplay of Zelda and Metroid. The goal of the game is to explore the planet for areas to enter, defeat a boss that houses an item that's required to go to the next area, and then you make your way downtown to the next area. Rinse and repeat 7 more times till you beat the final boss, then you see the epic, totally not Castlevania inspired ending. You see, it's all under a formula. A very simple formula! You have the 2D open areas where you pilot the tank and shoot a beam out of it at foes that come in many different shapes and sizes. Some little, some small, and some... And then you have the inside areas, which are spread across certain parts of the areas you're in. Not every one of them is required to enter, but if you find yourself low on stuff or energy, they are great farming spots. You got your corn, you got your kale, and your lightning bolts. What? During these sections, you control Kane or Jason or whatever his name is by pressing the select button to get out of your tank. Aw, look how little he is.
He's dead.
Yeah, you can't really fall too much without dying while outside, and you can only shoot, so you really don't want to get out unless you have to. And just a quick thing here, I hate how to enter a new area you have to press down instead of up like every other game, but hey, you can crawl, so that completely fixes that problem.
It doesn't.
Breaking stones is the key to getting ammunition, and whether that ammo is for secondary weapons that your tank can use, like these homing missiles that work sometimes.
60% of the time, it works every time.
These three-way missiles that cover more area, or this lightning bolt that shoots out of your ass that seems to always go around the enemy instead of hitting it. And for casing, you can get upgrades for your gun that only work on the inside stuff.
That's bad.
But the more you get, the more your gun upgrades into more powerful shots.
That's good.
But getting hit loses the gun power, so it's hard to rush through things.
Can I go now?
It scales from firing further, totally not copying someone else there, firing homing shots, to a wavy rainbow gummy blast. Weird. And then you make it to the boss room, where you'll face a variety of nasty fiends like Kermit the Frog, a crab vagina, and this big brain man. Then you go back to the tank, and boom, next area. Each place has their own look and sweet, sweet catchy tune to go along with it. Yeah, I glaze the music in every video, but you guys need to understand that chiptune soundtracks are a work of art. Making something out of these channels that invokes a feeling of pleasure to my brain is quite a feat of technical mastery.
Nobody cares!
Oh yeah? Then how about you check this shit out? Excellent variety of tunes to help me traverse through these mazes, and, you know, guides help too. Yeah, if you don't want to be like this, get a map. Now, I know some, including me, try to play as much as games like this as possible before going back to reality, but don't get yourself burnt out by playing a game like this in one go. It's a little hefty to beat, and I know it's rough out there, and yes, life sucks, but not that much, so take your time, save state, and come back later. You'll be alright. Now, getting through to the next areas is, in all honesty, kinda stupid and lame and dumb and whatever word for that is. The cretinous. Yeah, it's cretinous to get through each area. You think, oh, to get to area 2, I just gotta get through area 1. And yes, but then the game throws curveballs at you. How do you think you get to area 4? Go ahead, I'll give you a second to think about it. You have to get the hover ability in Area 3, then backtrack to Area 1 where you fly up here, which it's not as hard as it looks, James. And then you reach Area 4. Now I know Yoshiaki Iwata said that Metroid was an inspiration and they mainly stuck with their own ideas, but come on, this rivals Metroid cryptic cat and mousery. Areas 5 through 8 do the same crap, and look how huge they are!
Hey, phrase it!
This is Zelda 2 Great Palace levels of confusion. Thankfully, the game somewhat makes up for that by making backtracking a bit less tedious by including these shortcuts to pass after getting a required item, so getting back to the entrance after the boss is pretty manageable, but having to go through all these other areas just to go forward one is a pretty big mess. Oh, and the Famicom version has unlimited continues, but the United States version doesn't.
I honestly do not understand what the fuck is going on.
But through all the rage and swimming constantly and hovering and walk climbing that really pisses me off because it's near pits and it's hard to move while not climbing down, you then reach the final boss. That's the thing from the box art. Yes, it is. And then after that, another boss appears. The big bad spaceman from the story. Oh yeah, I bet it's going to be pretty tough to beat him. Actually, it's super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh really? Yeah, just do this. And that concludes Blaster Master, or Meta Fight, or whatever you want to call it. It's a little rough around the edges, and it suffers from outdated design choices, but overall, I'd say it's pretty fun. The music especially helped me through a lot of it. And if you want to experience the game without resorting to ROM hacks, there is a trilogy of rebooted games that expand upon the story, have better visuals, and gameplay. The music is a bit divisive, but at least you get a big booba blonde wife. So...